Hi, folks. Let's go to the library today and watch First Amendment frauder, Long Island Audits, make a fool of himself and just annoy all the other patrons. He has a recent ego boost due to a court case he won, so let's just see this frauder make a fool of himself and just annoy everybody. Enjoy.
Back again with another First Amendment audit. Today we are at the Rogers Memorial Library in Southampton, New York. We are here today to ensure that they respect our First Amendment right to film in public and publicly accessible areas. Let's get into it. See how they do here. This building was erected 1895. Harriet Jones Rogers.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
I have to check you into the building.
Okay. Sure.
I see your name, please. Are you recording?
I am recording, ma'am.
I don't believe you can have recording at the library. Are you already signed in, young lady? Okay. What's your name?
I have to give my
Okay.
I have to give my name to enter a library.
Yes, everyone has to sign in here because we have a number of people that are allowed in each department of the library.
Okay, well, you could put good citizen.
No, she can't put down good citizen because that's not your name and you're not a good citizen. Plus, this is the height of the pandemic. When buildings finally started to open up, they had a number of restrictions on how many people they can allow in. So, they need your name so in case they have to call you over an intercom to have you come in and leave the building due to a time restriction.
Okay, you don't want to give your name?
No, ma'am,
Okay,
I do not.
so if you don't want to give your name to enter, you cannot enter. Everyone checks in with their name.
Well, I'm telling you, you can put good citizen down.
Okay, well, I'm just telling you our policy. Can you, if you want to take a moment, can you step aside so I can help this young lady behind you,
I'll
please?
step over here, sure.
You can step this way, sir.
Yeah, you can step that way.
Yes, you can
Sir?
step this way.
Excuse me?
Would you mind stepping that way while we help this?
Yes, you just saw right. He still tried to access the building, even though he knows their policy states they need his name. Without giving your name, you can't get access to the building. And they asked him not to record as well. Well, he doesn't like that. So let's see what he does now.
He's also recording and he doesn't want to give his
Huh?
name to enter.
What's your name?
What's your name?
I asked you.
I'm sorry,
What's your name?
What do you need my name for?
I don't know who you are. You're just a random guy coming up
Right,
to
but
me.
you need to check in. You want to check in?
I told her
What?
she could use good citizen as my name. I'm not gonna get. Why do I have to give my name to enter a library?
All right. Well, you can talk to the director. I'm not going to do this.
Fantastic. Okay, great.
2 hours.
We're just asking for your name to check in under, these are our procedures right now.
I understand that, ma'am, and I just don't want to give my name.
Okay,
I
then
don't see
you're
it.
welcome to not use the library, but that's what we're
Okay.
asking. We're
This
not
is a
asking-
public library,
It is a public library, and right now,
so
these are the board.
I can
approved-
use a public library because I'm a member of the public. I pay
Yes.
taxes.
And right now, under the conditions that we're living under right now, we're asking for everybody's name simply so that we can keep track of occupancy levels in the building to keep everybody.
What was your name? I'm
Liz
sorry.
Burns.
Liz Burns.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Look, she just told you why they need you to check in and give your name. If you're not going to follow the rules of the library, you should be told to leave, which she asked you to. So, why aren't you leaving unless you're trying to cause a scene to get attention?
Just if you could explain to me, how does my name
So that we can,
assist you
so
into?
that we can identify you. We have a 2-hour maximum visit time right now.
Okay.
So that we just can keep track of who's in the building, so that when your time is up, we can come over.
Yes, I was right when I thought the first time. They have a 2-hour limit per patron of the library. So, they want to know who's all in there. By putting down good citizen, that can mean anybody. They won't be able to know who's good citizen just because of that. You, sir, are a moron.
To you and ask
Okay.
you to kindly leave.
Okay. Well, So I gave my name. You can call me Good Citizen, and you can refer to me as that. Are you going to check my ID as well, or?
No, sir, we're not checking your ID, and we're not trying to do this to be difficult. We're just trying to keep everybody
Me either.
safe.
I understand. I just don't see how my name
What are
keeps
you
everybody
looking to do
safe.
here in the library? What department are you looking to go into?
I'm just looking to go into the public library. That's all, ma'am.
Okay, do you have a library card with us?
I'm not going to answer any questions. I
can answer that, ma'am. No, he doesn't. He does this just so he can get clicks and views for his YouTube channel and try to claim police brutality or they're violating his civil rights so he can try to get a lawsuit and get some money. Well, it's not going to work, especially if you just say he needs a library card to come visit.
want to go into the public library. You think it's funny? Okay.
Weird situation.
Okay. It's weird to you.
No.
To you.
Hold on. It's just a protocol. It's just a protocol.
I understand. But this is
Okay,
you can't
so-
bar people from a
so,
public
Mr.
library,
Citizen,
ma'am.
Yes, you can be barred from a public library if you violate their rules and you cause a scene or do anything that they ask you not to do repeatedly. They can bar you, and they can deny you access to the building and deny access to services. So you're wrong again, sir.
Please give Tony your name. If your name is Good Citizen, then we will call you
I
Mr.
gave it to her
Citizen.
already.
That's fine, then we will take your
I
name
just
as
didn't
Mr.
ask you
Citizen.
the full information.
Thank you. So what other information do you need from me?
What part of the library you were going to go into today, so we can keep track of occupancy.
I'm going to go to all parts of the library here.
Okay, well,
all
which
parts of
part are you
them.
going to go to first? This is something we ask of everybody.
Where do you have videos? Where do you have not videos? Excuse me. Where do you have books on the Constitution?
That would be downstairs and non-fiction.
So that's where I'm going to go. That's where I'm going to go first. Okay. Thank you.
So your time is
Nice to see you, Mr.
4:07.
Citizen.
Thank you, ma'am. I appreciate it.
The building.
You have
Okay.
2 hours, just like
Thank-
everybody else. Thank
Great.
you.
Thank you.
Just
Thank
don't
you.
put that in my face.
I'm not putting it in your
Please,
face.
back up.
Yeah, no
I'm
one
not-
here is giving you
Back up.
permission to.
I'm
Are
not
you
giving you permission to
videotaping
record me,
us,
so
sir?
record that.
I am
We're not
recording.
giving you permission to videotape, okay?
I don't, ma'am. Can I explain
I
it?
have a library policy that indicates if you'd like to videotape us, you have to ask us permission,
Okay,
okay, sir?
ma'am.
Can you please turn that off?
Ma'am, can we have a dialogue here and a
Can we
conversation?
step outside?
Yeah,
Let's
let's
three
go
step
outside.
outside. Let's go.
I'm not going to go
I
outside.
mean, we're just trying to.
I'm not going to go outside, sir. I'm not going to go outside.
Their library policy states if you want to record them, you have to have permission. My library in my town has a policy about cell phone use in there. You can't have your cell phone on. Can't be on. It has to be on vibrate. It has to be on silent. You cannot make phone calls in the library. So you're just trying to do everything you can to annoy these people and to just make clicks and views.
Outside. I don't know why I could just walk around the library peacefully.
No, you
You're making a
cannot.
scene.
You cannot record. This is a public building. We have policies
You
here.
just-
You
I understand
cannot
that.
record people without our permission. You can record the building. You cannot record my staff or other patrons in
I
the
sure
library.
can.
And I am not giving. No, you cannot.
I sure can, ma'am.
No.
I'm sorry.
Yes, she can tell you no. This library has rules and policies. You have to follow those rules and policies when you come in. You agree to it. So, for example, if you go to a store that says no shirt, no shoes, no service, you get no service. You keep recording, you get no service, and you get banned. And a no trespass order.
That you feel I can't, but
Okay.
I sure
Then
can.
I'm going to call the police.
So you can do whatever you need to do.
You want to step outside so we?
No, I'm good, man. I'm going to stay right here.
All right,
I'm going to stay right here. Thanks.
bro. Go over there with that.
Why don't you walk away from me?
You gotta step outside, bro. With this camera, turn your camera off.
I'm not turning my camera off. I got 2 of them, so
That's fine.
I'm not turning them off. Joe, you got to calm down, okay, man?
Listen,
You got to calm down.
that's not even my name, bro.
Excuse me?
It's not even my name.
She called you Joe.
She's not talking to me.
You got to calm down, right, man?
I'm calm, bro.
Okay, just calm down. It's not that serious.
It's not that serious. You be recording. Get on my face with that.
So leave. So go
I
somewhere.
work here.
So that's fine. You
I
work in a
work here.
public building, sir.
Right, but she's trying to talk. You want to have a conversation? We can have it outside. We're not gonna have it right here.
I don't need to have a conversation with any of you.
Listen, bro. Let's just stop.
You can stop whenever you like.
Listen.
And here we go. He's been told he can't record. He's going into the library anyways to record patrons. There are children here. They don't want him to record anybody, not the staff, not the patrons. Yes, it's a public building. And yes, you have no real expectations of privacy in public, but you still have to follow the rules. So if they tell you no recording, that means no recording, idiot.
Sir, you can't go any further, just like he said, and there's people in here that are trying to do this.
I know, so you guys should keep the volume down.
Bro, listen. I don't know what your angle is.
He's not allowed to videotape patients while they're in the library.
The director seems to be calling the local police department on me for being in a public library, exercising my First Amendment right
You can't
to
be on
film
your
in
phone
public.
the library.
She's not violating your First Amendment right. She's telling you they have a policy saying you cannot record in the library. You also were just now being told by the security guard, no using your cell phone in the library. Other people come there to study or just to get a break from all the noise, just to have a quiet place to read a book or a newspaper. Why can't you be respectful to them?
Excuse me?
You can't be on your phone in the library.
For somebody who doesn't want to be on the camera, you sure keep coming up to the
This is my
camera a
job, bro.
lot.
This is my job. You want to record that? This is my job.
Okay.
You cannot be on your phone in the library. That's the policy. You want some printout of the rules and regulations?
No, I
Just
could,
about the rules.
I could print you out the United States Constitution if you'd
You
like.
can't print me out anything.
I could. It's a public library. I'm sure I could use a
We'll
printer
find out in
here.
a second. But
Okay.
You're in a public library. The Constitution does not matter at this point. They told you no cell phones. You're still using your cell phone. They told you no recording. You're still recording. Let's see what happens when the cops show up and deal with you.
Okay.
you can't be on your phone in the
We
library.
will find out in a second.
Alright.
Maybe you'll learn something today.
Right. Look, you're definitely gonna learn something.
Okay. We'll see who learns.
You will.
First library I've ever been into that you have to give your name, where you're going in the library.
You know, you might be right, but since we're dealing with a pandemic, and a dangerous one at that, I think they have the right to ask you that. So, don't be an idiot. Just follow the rules. Oh wait, you can't because you're a frauditor.
So we can't film in the library, but they have cameras here. Doesn't make sense.
May I ask why you're filming?
Ma'am, you already called the police on me, so if you wanted to have a proper
Can I just ask why you're filming?
if you wanted to have a proper conversation with me, you shouldn't have called the police on me.
Well, I'm sorry, you should have abided by
I would have
regulations.
explained. Your regulations doesn't trump the U.S. Constitution, ma'am, and you're going to learn that.
You're half right. Yes, the rules of the library do not trump the U.S. Constitution. However, if they make a rule saying you can't wear offensive shirts due to children being around, you can't do that. Since they have a rule that says no cell phone use, that means no cell phone use. So why don't you be an adult, put your phone up, and leave?
Sir, this is a...
I don't look. You have video cameras everywhere here, ma'am. So your
I
video.
do, and nobody looks at that videotape except me. Just like
If
you
I
need to
wanted,
ask
if I
me.
waned to look at it, I could.
No, you could not. No,
This
you
is a
couldn't.
This is a public library.
Yes, and you'd
So
have
that
to-
means that's public record.
and you'd-
You need to keep your voice down,
Now
man.
you're causing a disturbance.
No, I'm not.
You're causing a disturbance.
You're causing a
You're
disturbance.
causing a disturbance.
Hi, sir.
Hi, how are you?
Well, can I ask why you haven't followed the library's requirements and what they're doing?
What do you mean?
They because of attestations and things like that with the COVID, they're trying to keep track of the numbers.
I gave them a name to use.
You did give them a name? Okay.
Correct.
Did they tell you about their recording policy that they asked you to leave without, or to stop recording?
Okay. Well, I want to explain. What's your
Can
name
you
first?
just let me know, Officer Lubold. Can you let me know why you're here?
Okay. What's
Go ahead.
how do you spell?
Officer Lubold.
Lubold.
Correct.
Okay. Badge 26.
I can answer that for you, officer. He's there to the simple fact of he has no job. He just wants to get clicks and views for his YouTube channel. He thinks he's a constitutionalist and he's standing up for all of our rights. All he's doing is wasting taxpayers' money by not following rules and leaving when he's been asked to, so cops have to come and deal with his shenanigans.
Correct.
Great. I'm here today because that policy does not trump our constitutional right to film in public and publicly accessible areas. So I would appreciate it if you honored your oath to the Constitution and allowed me to go back peacefully on my way.
Go back where?
And wherever I want, because this is America.
Is there a reason why you feel the need to film in here today?
Yes, there's a reason.
Okay, you want to explain that?
No, I don't want to explain it.
Why not?
Because it's protected by the First Amendment, I'll tell you that.
Okay, I'm asking if you would like to explain why you feel the need to be filming in the library.
I'm going to say I'm conducting a First Amendment protected activity, and that's all I'm going to say about it. What's your name, sir?
Officer Cummings.
Cummings?
Yes.
And your badge number? I can't see from down here.
It's number 270.
270. Okay, great.
I'm just going to review their policy.
Yeah, that's no problem. You can review it.
Are you here by yourself?
I'm not going to answer that. Thank you.
In terms of
He's supposed to ask permission to film if he walked in the building with his camera on. Our policy indicates that he.
Hey, sir, just to help you out, there's cameras everywhere in here.
Those are security cameras. They're completely unrelated to filming like this.
It's filming.
Those security cameras are for security purposes, to make sure nobody steals from the library, and to make sure everyone's safe. So, why do you need to record? Oh wait, you need the clicks and views for your channel.
He has no right to videotape people in this building. He can be videotaping what they're looking at, he can be videotaping what they're reading. This is completely against, this is violating their privacy here. And like,
How do you have privacy in public?
this is a public access
I
building.
can contact, if you want me to contact our attorney, I'd be happy.
Well,
to
let's
contact
listen to the
you.
law enforcement officer.
Right now, you're in violation of our.
Let's listen to the law enforcement officer, ma'am.
Excuse me.
I don't know why you're getting upset.
Be able to further have this conversation outside, just so let's get some clarity on it. For
Yeah,
all the people.
I'm not gonna go outside
There are
now.
other There are other patrons that are inside
I
the
know.
library.
So
right
let's
now
keep
who'd
our
like
voices
to-
down.
Sir, did you come in here specifically to try to have some type of engagement? with the
Ma'am,
library
I can't
faculty?
force grown adults to act in a way that is not becoming of them. I've been very professional.
No, I
I'm
see
very,
that, but
I'm
I
trying
also-
to de-escalate the situation because she seems to not understand that I have a right to be here.
No, frauder, you don't have the right to be there, and no, you are trying to escalate the situation. The public library is a public library. Yes, it is open to the public. However, if you violate their rules, they have the right to tell you to leave. They've asked you to leave several times. They have policies saying you can't record without permission. You didn't get it. They want you to leave. So leave. Or end up with a nice pair of bracelets.
Here, and I have a right to film. Whatever that paper that you have says is irrelevant. It's irrelevant.
Oh, we'll get down to the bottom.
Okay, great.
Okay. If you don't mind just standing up here with me, would be great until we kind of get through this, okay?
I'm gonna polite.
While we figure out exactly the particulars.
I'm
I'm
gonna.
a lawful law enforcement officer.
I understand
I'm
that.
asking you to just stay here for me.
And
okay,
I
while
understand.
we figure out exactly what's going on.
I understand that, ma'am. I understand you're a lawful officer, but am I being detained?
Right now, we're trying to figure out
So
exactly the policies.
I'm gonna. So since I'm not being
exactly all of that.
since I'm not being detained, I'm going to politely refuse your request to stay with you, ma'am.
I'm telling you that you're not being detained for any reason other than we need to figure out the policy, we need to figure out the exact law. I am
So am I
with
being
you on
detained?
the Constitution.
I hope so. You took an oath to it, ma'am.
I know, I did.
A frauder's go-to move, am I being detained? Well, right now, you're not being officially detained, but they are asking you to stay so they can figure this out, to help with the investigation. Well, it would help your case possibly, but no. You want to prove a point.
Okay.
I did.
I hope so.
Okay, so just let us get through this and,
I-
be
I-
this gentleman that you're being and just hang tight with me until we figure this out. We have a sergeant coming.
Good.
Okay.
Good. Maybe he can clarify things.
Sir, are you comfortable with the videotape?
I don't want to videotape.
Okay, can you,
me.
sir? His constitutional rights are, right now, he does not want to be videotaped, so please don't videotape him.
Number one, ma'am, I wasn't videotaping him.
No, we don't know that, sir.
Number two, he has no expectation of privacy in public. Thank you. One, two, three, four. 4 police officers.
Yes, 4 police officers to deal with your shenanigans because you don't want to follow the rules. Well, here's the thing. You're the one wasting taxpayers' money. You're the one violating people's rights and civil rights. So, who's the real tyrant here?
This is the library's policy about filming inside.
Hi, ma'am. How are you?
Good, how you doing?
Good. Can I get your name and badge number, please?
Sergeant Jones?
Sergeant Jones.
Yep, Shield 255.
255. Thank you, Sergeant. And your name, sir?
Officer Casso, 5063.
Thank you, sir.
Sir, if you try to keep other patrons off the camera, they ended up not to, just if you could try.
I understand.
They have a right not to be filmed, especially when they're under
They-
the assumption in the library that no filming will go on without direct permission and consent from the library. So you can keep it on us.
Unfortunately, officer, they have no expectation of privacy in a public setting. This is a public building.
Do you know what the library's policy is on?
I do not know the library's policy, but what I will say, Sergeant, is that I know what rights are granted to me by the First Amendment, and I'm performing a First Amendment protected activity here today. I'm not. Policy.
Do you want to read the policy?
No, because it's no. Honestly, because it's irrelevant. Because policy does not trump the Constitution of the United States. Anybody can write a policy, but that's not going to beat out our rights. It doesn't override.
Yes, policy does not trump rights. However, policy does dictate what you are and are not allowed to do, such as you're not allowed to film in the library. Why can't you get that through your thick skull? You can't film there. They don't want you to without permission.
The rights given to us by the United States Constitution.
And so what if some right do you think you have to be in the library when it has an explicit
First
direct-
Amendment. I don't know if you're First Amendment.
I hear that, but elaborate on why this building you feel like is
Because it's public, it's accessible to the public, and that's it. I mean, it's a public building, so I have the right to film a public building.
They do
Just like,
have
look,
their own-
this gentleman right here, he has a complete right to film me and take pictures and do whatever he wants. I'm in public.
Okay.
If I go to your home, it's different because that's your private
Well,
residence.
they do have policies, so we're just gonna look through their policies and.
Okay. Well, just policy. Like I said before, I didn't even speak to you. I didn't even speak to you, sir. I didn't speak to you. You too, sir.
So, Mr. American Citizen, this is their
Good
policy.
citizen.
Mr. American Good Citizen?
Good citizen.
Good Citizen.
There you go.
This is their policy? Okay.
I can see it.
Do you want to take a look at it?
No, thank you.
Okay. So you are going against the library's policy?
And again, Sergeant, I would just make clear to you, just so you understand, maybe you can get a lieutenant or something, just to make sure, because I know what I'm talking about, and I know that policy does
Do you
not.
have it? Do you have it in writing? Or print
You,
it out?
do you have a copy of the Constitution here, ma'am?
I'm sure I can get you one, of course.
Okay, so you can hand that to the sergeant, and she can look it over. And
Do you know
you
what
took an oath.
section?
You took an oath to the
Do you know what
Constitution, ma'am.
section it is in?
It's the First Amendment of the Bill of Rights.
So let's print it out, let's read it. And
That's fine. I mean, you can read it whatever you want.
The library is entitled to have their own policies and procedures.
I'm sure they can have their own policies and procedures. Yes, I'm sure they are. But I'm not. They can't trump a United States Constitution. It's not bigger than the Constitution. The Constitution gives me the right to be here and film.
Yeah, the Constitution does give you the right to film, but if a place tells you to stop and you refuse to, because they have a rule or a policy saying that you can't, you broke those rules. So your rights are now trumped by breaking law. Well, not law, rules. And if they ask you to leave and you refuse to, then you break the law of trespass.
step that he's missing. That will take care of that. You don't have to worry about getting another one. Afraid of telling him what to do.
Now back up, bro. Back up. Listen, stop walking up on me.
I'm not. You
Stop
walked up
walking
here.
up on me.
You walked up here.
Stop walking up on me.
Correct. Okay. All right. Okay. You're all set, ladies. Thank you.
I just go through Keith. Otherwise, maybe I'll let it run out. He won't leave you already asked. He asked? Yeah, we already asked him. Okay. So I have to just let him videotape. Your name, all right, and what do I do if patrons complain about the video? They don't want
You inform them that they're in a public space.
I'm not speaking to you.
I'm speaking to you, man. I don't know.
If he's going to ask why she's mad, it's because he's so rudely interrupted what the cop was trying to explain to him. Look, you have to listen to the police. You have to understand what they're trying to say. Maybe that's going to help you out. By you doing that, you're making yourself look bad.
Why everybody has to be so nasty around here?
Because unfortunately, you're coming here attempting to kind of provoke. I understand what you think you might be doing, but
Okay, so let me explain it to you.
They do have policy.
Okay.
Please
No, I'm
elaborate.
gonna explain it to you. So if you don't, our rights are like a muscle, right?
I understand.
So if you don't flex it and you don't work it out, it's gonna get weak, right?
What is?
So I have the right to be here and film.
So you came here intentionally to just try to
I came
go
here to
against
exit.
a known policy.
Bingo, officer. You hit the nail on the head. He came there for one reason. He came there just so he could get everyone riled up, just so he could make his little YouTube video, so he can get clicks and views and get you all there, so he could try to sue and make some money because he can't get a real job.
Of the library.
I could care less, man, what the policy is here. I didn't even read it. But what I'm telling you is I'm here to exercise my First Amendment right to film in public and publicly accessible areas. That's all I can say. Thanks, guys. I appreciate it.
All right.
You have a great day.
Citizen.
Thank you.
Hi.
Told you were going to get educated today.
I'm good. I'm very educated. You're gonna get educated.
Told you.
Yes, right there. Thank you, Casey.
The nasty library director.
It's funny you're calling her rude. You're the one who's been rude this entire time. You know, your First Amendment auditors are all the same. You guys go around with your potato cameras, thinking you guys are hot shots, just defending the Constitution, and all you're doing is wasting tax dollars and making everyone's day bad. Why don't you get a life? Get a trade. You know? Write a book or something. Do something better than this.
Very, very rude. I hope you learned something here today, ma'am. For the future. We're going to stay here for a little while longer. She is causing a disturbance, telling everybody on videotaping like they have something to be worried about. She said apparently we have no rights to our privacy here. You're in a public building. She doesn't understand she's in a public building. And she's the director here. Amazing. This is why I do what I do. Free education handed out to our public officials.
No, frauditor. You do this because you think you're an activist and you think you're sticking up for our First Amendment rights, but you're not. All you're doing is irritating people and giving people a bad day. We're going to end the video here. I want to thank everybody who came to my live stream this past weekend. And I also want to thank all my current followers on Facebook, Twitter, and all my subs. I appreciate this. You guys help me out a lot. Plus, I'm going to be linking a link to my Twitter and my PayPal. So if you want to make a donation, anything helps. Anything will help me make better videos for you guys to enjoy. I plan on trying to do some more live streams. And I actually got the live stream system fixed up now so I can air videos with you guys. I'm working on something big for Valentine's Day. So let's enjoy. If you like this video, click like, share, subscribe, and comment down below. I hope you guys enjoy, and I'll see you next time.